there's the and the typical use case when we're talking about bias is recommendations, to be specific. You know, that's easy.
Yep.
There's the obvious one and the one that is
bias
easy to
in matching,
where,
bias in filtering, right, and things like this.
So there, I mean, there's the obvious things of not using personal information, not using gender or race directly in the data that you are using to build these models. That's obvious, and that will help eliminate explicit bias. But there's also implicit bias, and that could leak in if you were using historical data, for example, using decisions that humans have made over a period of time. Any bias in those decisions might end up in the models that you are training. So we explicitly do not use historical decisions. What we do rather is to build semantic representations of candidates and of jobs based on the skills that are required for these jobs, or the skills that the candidates have built over their work experience. And then we use these semantic representations to kind of measure similarities between what you're trying to look for and what your database of candidates or of jobs contains. And then make recommendations based on that. So that's really a cornerstone and how we try to how we avoid bias in this technology. And the other aspect is what we call a white box approach, that we're always cognizant of the fact that we need to let the user know what is the system recommending. So the system never makes decisions; it makes recommendations, right? And that again depends on the technical approach, because if you're building one big neural network that's digesting all the information you have and then magically comes up with who you should hire and who you should not hire, then it's very hard to look into or explain the decisions or the recommendations that the algorithm is making, versus being transparent about what properties, what aspects of this information are you using, the skills, the job experience, etc. And that's also, from a technical perspective, is easier to explain to the end user. You can tell them the system is making these recommendations because these candidates have these specific skills, have had this long, this X years long experience with these jobs, etc.